Just a reminder for anyone watching on Catch Up on YouTube, this is a live stream tour and I am interacting with the audience. You cannot see the chat, of course, but just bear this in mind if you are watching back on YouTube. This is a live streamed video by Paul James Stewart Tours, and I will be interacting with the watching audience. Good afternoon. Welcome to International Women's Day. One of my favourite days of the year. I like to talk about ladies a lot. But yeah, it's an extra special day, isn't it? Hey, Suzanne McDonald, how you doing? Thank you very much for coming back on my tours. I must not have put you off yesterday with my erstwhile tour guiding skills in Glasgow, enemy territory, shall we say. Hopefully you can understand me okay. I have developed a tour guide voice now. Hey, Arte, how's it going? Mark, how's it going, sir? Rose, how's it going? Say hello, everyone, so I know who's here. I can't see who's joined unless you type a chat in the message box. I understand that it's quite difficult. It's not the best chat as YouTube. Hey, Attic Girl, Kelly. Oh, how's life, Kelly? Not seen you for a while. Dan as well. How you doing, everyone? Welcome to a surprise location. It's freezing cold outside. Oh, I've lost someone already. Well, Puri, how's you going, my good friend? Agatha, how's it hanging? Oh, I've lost two people. It must be bored with my dulcet tones already. Trish, how you doing? So you thought the sound wasn't working, but it was you. That's good that it was you and not me. I'm assuming everybody can hear me. Dawn, how's it going? How's life today, everybody? Friday? Fish on a Friday day today? Is everyone having fish for dinner tonight? Or maybe you've had fish already, depending on what time zone you're in. Do we have any Aussies or Kiwis watching? Any Aussies or Kiwis here? Is anybody in night time yet? Or is it all people in England and Britain and Europe and Canada and America? Volume is okay. You got my coffee now. Hello Cheryl, how's it going again? Nice to see you back. Happy Friday, everybody. International Women's Day, of course. Started off by the Russian ladies, wasn't it? Started off by the Russians. Something to do with bread. Oh! Yes, it's freezing cold. There's big, strong winds outside today. Oh, look at the seagull having fun there. Look. Can anyone guess where I am? There's a clue. It's freezing cold. The wind is howling like a hoolie. It's blowing a hoolie. Is Cheryl H here? Cheryl Hudson here? How's everyone doing? Can you arrange a Zoom call so we can see what we want you to do in tours and meet each other in person online? That could be an idea. Could be an idea. You need to get, you only get 40 minutes on Zoom, unless you've got professional Zoom. Are we going to the car park? I used to be a model, that was me when I was younger. See that guy there? That's me. This got turned into a nightclub once, actually. See here, you know the DJ Boy George, the English guy, well, Irish heritage English dude, Boy George. He played a gig here on New Year's Eve one year. That's where the DJ box was up there. This got turned into a nightclub. Looks a bit foggy. I see over there, I was dancing. It was a gay friendly, like Boy George is the DJ, right? It was New Year's Eve. Everyone's in a party mood. So I'm dancing on these steps here, right, next to a gay guy. I mean, he was wearing a pink t-shirt with like a star, a silver star, and he's got like a pink cowboy hat on. He's very effeminate looking, camp, you know. I have nothing wrong with gay people at all. I love gay people. And one of the guys who I was with a group of guys, and one of the guys who I was with decided to take offence to this gay guy dancing and came over and punched him in the face, right next to me. Well, I went insane. I was like, what are you doing? I says, why did you punch that guy? Oh, effing gay B and all this. And I'm like that. I said, you seriously punched it? This is in like about 2005. Something like that. 2004, maybe? Yeah, he punched a gay guy for dancing. For being gay. Can you believe that? So needless to say, I fell out with the guy. Hey Barbie! Jolene, I was thinking about you this morning. Because Dolly Parton came on the radio. And they started singing the song, Jolene. Talk about International Ladies' Day. What a lady Dolly Parton is, isn't she? She's one of my heroines, Dolly Parton. She gives you all the books for the children. She helps numerous charities behind the scenes and so on. But so remember I done in New Haven? Well, I finished the tour in New Haven. That's just over there, behind the houses there. New Haven Harbour is just over there. Well, right there actually, right where the houses are, that's called Western Harbour. And that takes you to New Haven there. Yeah, so that's where I finished the tour the other day there. That's a big flibber mill. That big white building over there is a flibber mill. I've got no idea what these boats are in here. This one's called the Roman Rebel. This one's Ferra Ima, whatever that means. Don't know where that's from. It's not got a flag. It's got a flag at the back. I'm not sure where that's from. But there you go. Jolene. No wonder Dolly Parton was jealous. She sounded really attractive, that Jolene, didn't she? Emerald green eyes, auburn hair, was it? That's Britannia there, the ex-Royal Yacht Britannia, of course. Oh, aye, the ex-Royal Yacht Britannia here. It's about £20. You don't get an OEP discount, by the way, in case there's any pensioners watching. Yeah, you have to pay full price to go on Britannia. But if you've ever been in any of the military forces, you can get on Britannia for you get a discount if you've ever been in the forces, in the military. And it doesn't matter what country, any military anywhere. Because I have American guests and I tell them, you know, if you've got your military card with you, take it with you and you'll get a discount. We got about 350,000 visitors last year. It used to get, before COVID, I think it was maximum of about 420,000 visitors a year, something like that. But the effects of COVID, obviously, the tourism numbers are back to normal now. But yeah, I was just reading the other day there, the Britannia 340,000 or something like that, I'm not sure. But this is the fourth, so this is the dock area. All that land over there, by the way, it's all reclaimed land. So in fact, all of this was recently reclaimed in the late 90s. This here, from the 1990 onwards, this was all reclaimed. This land over here has been reclaimed for a few hundred years. But yeah, this is all reclaimed land here. But yeah, I remember coming here with my son Jamie when he was wee. Santa came in on a tugboat. We were all waiting here. It was a snowing blizzard, and Santa came in on a tugboat from over there. And Santa came in and brought all the presents for the kids. It was great. Aye, a tough day. I mean, I know people can't afford to tip all the time, but if you can sponsor me for £5 a month, that takes any pressure off you for having to leave a tip or anything like that. So you can just do a sponsorship for £5 or £10 a month, and that helps me as well. Then if I get enough sponsors, I can do more tours, like further away, I can spend money, because spending money to do a tour, you know, you don't get much tips, and it's a difficult situation. I love doing virtual tours. Well, I fell out of doing them after my sister died, right enough, but basically I've always loved doing virtual tours. So yeah, it's one of the ones, you know. It's hard to recoup all the costs. But the railway up Britannia came here in '97 after its last official journey. Bonnie Prince Charles, nothing bonny about King Charles right enough, but when it was Prince Charles, its last official job was to hand back Hong Kong, because the 99-year lease ran out in '97. Of course, Britain stole Hong Kong from the Chinese to control the opium trade. How do we subscribe? On my Buy Me a Coffee, Val. Jolene, sorry. I thought it was Val there for some reason. Yeah, on Buy Me a Coffee. The links are on my group pages. And I think the link's maybe on the tour as well. If you can like and subscribe my YouTube channel as well, doing things like that helps us, you know. But if you want to do a sponsorship, £5 or £10 a month, that takes any pressure off you, you know. And it helps me a little bit. Yeah, let's see what happens, eh? Buy me a coffee. Yeah, so the ship was built on the Clyde, actually. It wasn't... There was a campaign to bring it here when the Ocean Terminal, this started getting built in the mid-90s, the Ocean Terminal where I am. And there was a campaign led to get Britannia. Britannia was going up for sale after it left for Hong Kong. And a lot of people, because this is the ex-dock area here, this used to be a shipyard called Henry Rob's. And Leith had a shipbuilding history of 600 years right on this very spot, right? And dockers are very proud people. And the dockers of Leith, although most of the dockers are gone, the people who are left in Leith didn't really want the Britannia here, because it was built on the Clyde in Glasgow. So we believe, a lot of people in Leith believe they didn't want the Britannia here, and we believe that it should have went back to where it was built on the Clyde. It was actually built for the Queen's father, George. He never saw it finished because he died, but it was actually designed for George. It wasn't really for the Queen, but it obviously became known as the Queen's ship, you know, because she became Queen just as the ship was finishing getting built. So, yeah, it was kind of a bit strange, you know. It wasn't designed or built for her. It was built for her predecessor, so to speak. Well, look at the sky. Yeah, it's freezing cold today. There was really bad winds. That's why I thought I'm going to go inside. I didn't want to go outside and up to Edinburgh because it's a Friday and the signal's been quite bad in Edinburgh, if some of you have been aware, if you've been watching my tours. So I thought I would just do the tour inside. So I'm going to go up to the little... They've got a little reminiscing museum up the top. And I've got to hand off some flyers at Britannia. One of the ladies, you know, I got flyers printed for my tours. One of the ladies who worked in the Visit Scotland shop, she came on one of my tours. She was leaving to go and work on the Britannia. And she said that she would have flyers for the Britannia, on the Britannia for me to hand out to her guests, you know. So I'm going to hand off some flyers. You can see this big black building here behind the Britannia. This is the world's first Scotch whisky vertical distillery. It's a vertical Scotch distillery. There is another vertical distillery, I think it's in Sweden, but it's not Scotch whisky, of course. Only Scotch whisky can be made in Scotland to be called Scotch, of course. So, yeah, that's the world's first vertical Scotch whisky distillery. It's about £26 for a tour with a tasting tour at the end of it. Obviously, if you're coming to Leith or to Edinburgh, you can come down and kill the two birds, do the Britannia first in the afternoon, and then go to the whisky distillery. And it's got a bar as well at the top, and it's got a restaurant, which you have to book as well, so you can do that. You could make a day of it down in Leith, you know, if you've got a half a day spare, if you're coming to Edinburgh. Get the tram down to Leith. The tram's just outside the shopping centre here. Get off the tram, go to Britannia. It's like about £19. And then the whisky distillery is about £26. And then you can get lunch. Lots of places in here for lunch as well. Quite a lot of chains inside the shopping centre, as you imagine to be a shopping centre. You'll get your Nando's and Pizza Express and stuff like that. But they've got a couple of independent places. So yeah, the tram is very handy. We've just got a new tram line. Pool at Slot. We've just got a new tram line extended down from the centre of Edinburgh. Connects all the way to the airport. They've got a Frankie and Benny's as well. Hopefully the signal will stay. I just had a flashback there that I had bad signal in here. So there's a Mediterranean place here. Yeah. Mediterranean classic. Yes, Don, that's where I'm going to go now. I'm going to go up to the museum. I wanted to stay warm inside because the wind is that bad. Is this on? It's the wrong way around. There's got a Wagamama, ZZ, Franklin, Benny's, Nando's. This is a lovely designed shopping mall, as they call it. It was designed, you know, Habitat. You know the Habitat shop, the furniture place Habitat. Tennis Conran. He designed this shopping centre. Built in the mid-90s. It's got a Chinese place as well. Mick Chan's. Look. Mick Chan's. Half Scottish, half Chinese. The Blaster Bistro as well. So yeah, I think they've got Ocean. I think they've got a ZZ. I don't think I've ever been to a ZZ Italian. I'm not sure if I've ever been to ZZ. I don't think I have. Oh, this is a cool shop as well, by the way. See this shop here? The Leith Collective. This is an excellent shop. The Leith Collective. Look. Made out of like teapots and jerry cans. It's all like local artists. Look at that bit. A jerry can and a teapot and a chamber pot for a head. Pretty cool. Ah, here's a Highland cows, look. Can you see them on the reflections in the way? The Highland cow getting a kiss. Candle in a cup, look. That's a cup with a candle in it. We'll see if I can get a signal in. But it's a pretty cool shop for. Tell me if the signal goes, by the way. Look. Pretty cool stuff, like. I think I'll going to lose my signal if I go up there. Look at that. Anyone recognise this castle? Anyone recognise this? Can you see it? Anyone recognise that castle? In fact, I don't recognise it. Where is it? I thought it was Elandonnan. It just shows you. Make sure you know what you're talking about first, Paul. Is it? It's not in Lithgow, is it? No, it's not in Lithgow. Blackness? Oh well. There's a castle I've always wanted to go to. Dunnottar. Look at it, out on the perched out on the rock. Pretty cool stuff, like. It's all gifts. Oh, look at that. Look at that card. Oh, come on, Gimbal, what are you doing? It is Eilidonnan. I began to doubt myself there. Look at that. That's Naveed from a Scottish TV programme called Still Game. Ah, look everyone, I'm going to have to buy this. Look. How much is it? Oof, £25. £25. I was going to buy that, but I don't want to lose my signal if I go in. So as you can see, it's a funky souvenir shop, gift shop, furniture and so on. Even got some clothes like cards. Hopefully the signal's still okay. Look at that, Scot Wars. A stormtrooper in a kilt. Is this Chewie? Ah, look, Chewie. Look at Chewie. Chewbacca. Playing the bagpipes. Organic soap. Pretty cool shop, eh? Loads of stuff you can buy in here. Got CDs, records. Signal is good. Well, that's good. There's some Scottish words for you. Look. Everyone know what a jobby is? A poo. Fud. A toonie. I'm assuming that's just a person from the town. Look at that, that's quite cool as well, look. Eye candy. Pretty neat, eh? So as you can see, I do like the shop. It is. I've actually bought stuff from here before. Gifts. Look at the lampshade made out of Scotch bottle, whiskey bottle. Oh, look at that, everyone. Bob had Ur Willie. Boxer shorts. Ur Willie's a famous Scottish character, look. Ah, look, wee doggy. Dapper dog. Oh, this is Dapper dog. Oh, stuff so you go dog collars and all that. Bow ties and bandanas for your dog. Pretty cool, eh? Yeah, I reckon this is probably the coolest shop in Edinburgh, actually, to be fair. Pretty cool. Oh, look, Diane, Artie. This is where I was yesterday, look. The Clockwork Orange. Pretty neat. Okay, let's go up to the museum. So that's a shop we can come and visit in Edinburgh as well. Let's go and see. Up here, the dog's cool, eh? This shopping centre's never really been that popular. Starbucks, Costa. It had a small M&S store here, but that didn't last very long. It's got a cinema. The cinema's always been open. It's got a cinema and a gym. But basically the shopping centre has never really been successful. In fact, they're knocking down a third of it. They must be starting that soon, actually, down here. Ah, right, okay. So look there. It looks like that's, see down there, I wouldn't even get into the car park now. Just as well I went into that viewing platform. It looks like that bottom bit's closed off. Yeah, the shopping centre's been that unsuccessful. They're knocking down a third of it already. But it's a really lovely design. But yeah, it's never really been successful. So they're knocking down the car park and at the bottom end, and about a third of it is getting demolished, and they're going to build houses. They've realised the land is much more valuable to build housing than it is for shops that are empty all the time, you know. So you can go and see a movie for £6.99. Every film every day for £7, £6.99. It's quite good, quite a good deal. I don't like going to the cinema too often because I've got misophonia. I can't stand listening to people eating popcorn and sweeties and nachos and all that at the cinemas, so I tend not to go for that reason. Quite a few people waiting for Britannia here. Look. It had a Debenhams. It's got a Waterstone still. Still got a Waterstones, unless that's gone now. That might be going, actually. It seems like they've blocked it off already. Getting in preparation. I prefer to watch it at home now. Okay, I'm just going to put this down a minute. In fact, I'll go after the tour. We're going to go in there and look at the corgis. Signal's getting jerky, is it? Hopefully be okay. Yeah, I'm sure, as I said, I had a flashback there that I had signal problems when I done this. Let's see how it lasts. Buffering now, let's see, I'll go into the shop. Let's see, I'll quickly nick into the shop and see. if it gets any better. Right there. I'm just showing off your wonderful shop again. Your museum, sorry. Is it any better now? So this is a fantastic way to spend a couple of hours. Signal any better, anyone? Nobody answering. Is nobody there? Have I lost everyone? I was hoping to see if it got any busier, any better. It's okay now, is it? It's good now. So there's the bottom part of Britannia. Yeah, hopefully you can see me now. Yeah. So this is a little God almighty, man, reminiscent museum. Why is it, man? Can people, man? Then the place is empty and they just come over and stood beside me. I'm like, how rude, man. Yeah, so this is what we'll start again. Hopefully it'll be okay. Yeah, it's a little reminiscent museum. It's all stuff from different eras, you know. The wee Museum of Memory, it's called. You can pick up the objects as well, actually. You can put them up. I'm sure if I went along there, the signal was bad. That's sort of like the kids' area. I've come back. It says my signal is buffering. Is the signal gone? Look at that, Edinburgh cigarettes. Fucking rude. It says I've got problems. Can you? The signal is okay, is it? It's saying it's bad here. Signal is good. I've got a warning on my screen saying transmission is unstable due to weak network connection. You just never know with these bloody things, these apps nowadays, if you're going to get good signals. And I did have a flashback, obviously, that I did have bad signal here. Seems to be okay now. Okay, the swimming suit. Anyone will wear one of them, ladies? Yeah, the shop was completely empty. I'm standing over there, and they 4 people just come over and rammed me out the way. We have little meetings, groups meet here to reminisce every week. Signal is okay now. Okay. We got a dodgy guy in the mirror. Who's that dodgy dude there? Look, can you see him? We got clothes. Oh, look at that. Is that supposed to be the Brigadoon? Do you think that's the Brigadoon, everyone? Look. Or is it just a bridge? There's that in Edinburgh. Try to recognise that place there. How long are you going to stay there for? See, it's one of these situations again when you're doing a virtual tour and people just come over and they're just so rude. Couple getting married, no indication of when the date is. Look at that. Somebody's house. wonder if that's a Cape de Monte. The wee Doug's got a chip on its nose. Well, we'll just let the rude people stay there for as long as they want. The little monitors. Little Mac, yeah. That could be worth money, yeah. The little Mac there. What's going on with the gimbal? It doesn't like going down at an angle for some reason. This gimbal should just go where I put it to go. And it should stay there. Ah, okay. What was it, man? Oh, I was trying to do something there. Oh, gramophone. The tea maker, they're still there, look. I feel like going over and sticking my head in them. Look at the old video console as well. Rolf Harris, look at that turned out, eh? The old gas meter. Used to have the when colour TVs first came out. You used to rent a colour TV and you had a 50p meter at the back. Still there. I've got no idea what half of these things are. I'm old, but I'm not as old as some of these things. Nice radio there. God, I do remember when a cassette tape recorder. In fact, we were talking about them yesterday, weren't we, for some reason? Remember recording Top of the Pops and all that, and your favourite songs, and the DJ would speak over it. That's some kind of transmitter there. Oh, this must be a stereo HMV. Look at that, everyone. Cool, eh? Look at that. Look at it going. The gimbal's going mad. Look, HMV. Oh, gimbal. Look at that tiny little TV. They would have been luxury in its time, but weren't they? Get a wee TV like that. I think you'd have spent half your time trying to get a signal, of course. Remember the signal? The lovely stereo, isn't it? I know, you try to bloody press the button at the right time so you wouldn't get the DJ's voice, you know. Then there's the Leaf flag. The Virgin Mary, who definitely wasn't from Leaf. There's no many virgins in Leaf, you know. Some people think it's Mary Magdalene actually as well. There is a debate between historians about who the figure on the boat is. Is it Mary, the Virgin Mary with the baby Jesus? Or is it Mary Magdalene with the child of Jesus? Because some people believe they had an affair. Oh, look at this, everyone. Vespa. One of my favourite scooter. Naming Lambrettas. I had a couple of Vespas. Little speedway racing as well. We used to have speedway racing in Edinburgh. Edinburgh Monarchs. They're still going. They just moved out to... What's this gimbal doing? They moved out to West Lothian. Yeah, it's like a wind-up radio or something there. So the people have left now. So they basically just come in here, shoved me out the way to look at Britannia, and left without even having a look in any of the shop. Huh. Oh, the piano plays. Remember I done that, remember where was I done it on the hidden door, and I played it, name that tune. What's going on with this gimbal, man? See if you can recognise the tune. To recognise it? Try a higher note. Name that tune in 7. Sunday did get that tune before, actually. Name that tune. In fact, I'll give you a clue, it's a hymn. Look at the old picture in Edinburgh with the tram, before the trams got taken away in the 50s. Look, that's what the original, well, not the original trams were horse-drawn, and then there were a couple of steam trams were tried, then they had a steam pulley system, and then obviously Leith led the way with having electric trams. They got taken away at the end of the 1950s. So that's the end of the 50s there, or earlier 40s maybe. I'm not sure when that is from. Look at that, Edinburgh Scots Monument in the background there. Look at old Newcastle Brown Ale. Crabbies. Oh, that used to be made in Leith, you know, the Crabbies. That was a famous ginger, it was alcoholic ginger beer. It's actually came back now, Crabbies. They've done a big marketing campaign. It used to be based in Leith, they're not anymore. So did VAT 69. Glenmorangie, Highland Queen, whisky distilleries used to be here. There's another quick look at Britannia for you. Right, but you can go for afternoon tea, coffee. No, nobody got that tune. I'm disappointed. Nobody recognised that tune. They put this restaurant on it up here, so you can go for afternoon tea or a coffee or a sandwich. The lifeboat's looking a bit in a state of disrepair. You can actually hire the Britannia for a party. I think the first person who hired it was Tom Farmer, who used to own QuickFit. Remember the the tyre place, QuickFit? It was owned by Tom Farmer. He then ended up owning Hibernian Football Club, actually. And I'm sure he was, from memory, I could be wrong, but I'm sure Tom Farmer was the first person to hire it for a party when it moved here. And you can have firework displays and all that, you know. So if you've got loads of money, you can hire the Britannia for a party and you can set off fireworks. Pretty cool. Yes, they have little groups meet here every week. Different groups come along, you know, like maybe people that are in maybe care, like sheltered housing and stuff like that. And they come in and they share all their memories and reminisce. That looks like the Curgate and Leith. A bunch of heathens. Well, you should have got that one, especially you, Artie, because you went to Sunday school. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. And there's Leith back in the olden days, the water Leith. Look, completely changed now. The buildings are gone. And there's the shore as well, look. The shore. So that's where the cooper is. On the left hand side there with the boats parked up. That's the cooperage. It just shows you the changes. Yes, the song was Jesus loves you, yes he does, and he always will. Then what date's the Sunday Mirror from? Let's see if I can. Let's see. You went to that and you never got it, Don? 1963. The Queen seeks advice on what she should do if the Prime Minister resigns before the next general election. Oh, well, I wasn't born then. 1963. The old magazine, you can come and have a look as well. So that TV. Clock. Who's still got one of the clocks? They don't make stuff like they did years ago, eh? How many of the clocks will be made today will still be standing? An old telephone, but it's quite cool. They've got clothes in the wardrobe as well. Nice dresses from the 50s and 60s by the looks of it. Your granny had a clock like that. I think from memory, I remember them being really loud. You know, they weren't the type of clock you would have if you were trying to get to sleep in silence. Is that a little sledge there? We get a little sledge, a toboggan, some people might call it. Yeah, you could spend ages in here, eh? Yeah, so on this International Ladies' Day, let's have a shout out to all the mothers, wives, aunties, grannies, the ordinary women of the world, especially for ones in conflict zones as well. There's people all over the world, ladies just now, you know, they don't have any sanitary products. Some ladies are ostracised when they're on their periods and stuff like that. America as well, I was just reading, what was it, with a key? I was just reading yesterday, America is one of the most expensive places in the world for sanitary products for ladies on periods. Yeah, America is one of the most expensive. There's only one country in the world that gives free sanitary products to everyone. Of course, can you guess who that country is? The only country in the world that gives free sanitary products to everyone who requires them. Good old tea. One is not amused. Scotland. Well done. Yep, Scotland is the only country in the world to give free sanitary products. Initially we gave them out to under 18s. I've never seen the cigarettes named after Edinburgh, called Edinburgh. Oh, we have free nuns tobacco. Wonder if the nuns knew about that. Mind you, you get the nuns in America that grow cannabis, don't you? I don't know if they're real nuns, but there's nuns that make cannabis in America. They used to make smoking very glamorous looking, didn't they, in the past? They used to hand them out if you were in the forces as well. You used to get so many cigarettes and rum a day or something like that. Scotland, yes. The thing is, I think every country should give them, well, every modern country should give them free. You know, obviously they're classed as a luxury product. You'd be glad to know, ladies. Sanitary products are classed as a luxury item. Obviously the rules were written by men. Yeah, and you get tax on them as well. You have to pay VAT, which is 20% in this godforsaken British country, or British state that we're in. I don't think you're allowed to even smoke cigarettes in movies now, are you? Has it been banned in movies and like TV programmes? You're not allowed to smoke, are you? Look at the size of them matches. Oh, they must have been for lighting a fire. God, the gimbal's... sorry for the gimbal moving about so much. I don't know what's going on. Little hair dryers. I'm not sure what that product is there. A travelling iron. Yeah. Oh, gimbal, come on, man. It's not even going down that far. I'm assuming that's a kiddie's toy. But it looks like it's got a real plug. See that small iron there? It's actually got a plug. Look. That must be a real iron. Jesus, holy moly. I've never seen anything as small as that. How cool is that? Who remembers sitting with them on their heads, ladies? Yeah, the gimbal's up to you. The gimbal's got a mind of its own today. What were they for? Was that if you got like rollers in your head you had them on? Is that what they were for again? If you got your hair, and you got rollers and you put that bag over it, with the rollers in place, is that right? Oh, there's one there, look. The rollers. Heated rollers. I'm going to get my blue rinse today. Transport section here. Little hat, bags. A tiny little travel iron that, but wasn't it so small? Look at these. I've seen a meme today. How do you make a Glaswegian dangerous? Give them a library card. I hope you get that. Your mum had one of them, did she? Nuts, eh? You just imagine the lady sitting for an hour and a half gossiping. They would have been allowed to smoke in the barbers, the hairdressers back in these times as well. You know? Little carpet sweepers. God, I remember having one of them not that long ago. Couldn't afford a hoover. It's a tool section here. Look, there's the border between Leith and Edinburgh. It's in different places. Leith E, Edinburgh and Leith. Leith merged with Edinburgh in 1920. No, we never. They took us over against our will. Yeah, all the celebrations got cancelled in 2020 because of COVID. We were all laughing. You can stick your celebrations where the sun don't shine. Edinburgh taking us over against our will. I've been down there. So the old Barbie, remember this? The old sewing machine. We actually got sewing at oh, that's a compliment, Don. I worded it slightly different. It was worded different. I'll post it later on. Yeah, it was worded different. I just changed the words to make it sound facetious, shall we say. Yeah, we got sewn at school. I remember, because we had to bloody, we had to do it. I remember pushing the feet on the thing at the bottom. You had to power it by pushing your feet, didn't you? You get the hairdryer. Yeah, I bet that's worth a few pound, that singer. They don't make them like they used to, eh? Remember during COVID, all the sewing and all that became really popular again, eh? I think it's came back in a big way, actually, sewing. All these, all handcrafts, crocheting and different things. Get the old Fisher guys. We had sewing too. In fact, I've just remembered when I got put in prison. I got put in prison when I was 16. And one of the jobs we had to do was use a sewing machine to make mail bags. We actually made mail bags back in the 1980s in prison. I've just had a flashback to it when I saw the sewing machine there. Yeah, because they had power by this point. And yeah, we had to make or repair mail bags in prison. And you got a wage, you got like 50p. Got the old optician set there. Yeah. Spectacles, lorgnettes, and monocles. A lorgnette. Well, that's a new one on me, everyone. That's a new one on me. Yeah, there you go. Remember, some men would be stupid enough to buy their wives or their partners a Hoover for their birthday or for Christmas. Remember the times? You get the Hoover or a Hoover or something like that, The bell, I've never noticed that before, the bell. You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Syrup figs. Castor oil, I've got any cannabis. Oh, I remember them. The Bank of Scotland banks. Remember them? To save up your money. Remember the knife? You'd save up so much, then you get the knife out and start stealing all the money back. I think it was to encourage children to open up bank accounts, wasn't it? If I remember correctly. Can't remember. You've got the cooking area over here. Look. Recipes from Scotland. Oh, come on, Gimbal, what are you doing? All the cooking stuff. Oh look, St Cuthbert's Baker's van. That was just reading about Sean Connery this morning. He was a milkman famously. Sean Connery left school at 13, became a milkman, but became a bodybuilder and a black belt in karate. And I can't remember the actress. He was filming a movie with an actress, and her partner was a gangster, a member of the mafia, I think from Italy or somewhere. And the film was getting made in London, and the lady's partner, who Sean Connery was doing the scenes with, was jealous, and he flew into London with a gun, and he went into the film studio with a gun to threaten Sean Connery. Sean Connery disarmed him and set about him. Don't mess with Sean Connery. Sean Connery. He was also a nude model as well, ladies, you'll be pleased to know. Sean Connery. There was a bit of a period in his life where he was accused of being a domestic abuser, of course, as well. Remember that? He was accused of being handy with his slaps to his wife or partner. But hopefully he got that sorted out. Oh, that's where the signal went over here, didn't it? Let me show you that. Ah, there's the signs. Look at the signs, 1996. The Sikhs are a big part of Scottish history, Leaf history. A lot of them campaigned for independence as well, actually, in 2014 in the referendum. Obviously they'd been murdered and pillaged by the British, and millions were slaughtered and made homeless in 1947. So no wonder they'd not got allegiance to Britain. Although they had to come here for their safety because there were so many of them getting murdered when Britain partitioned it. And having a picnic and camping, look at that. Wonder what age that was. Wonder when that was, eh? Look at this as well. Look at Edinburgh. Look at that, everyone. Look at that old image of Edinburgh. It's after 1903 anyway, because the 1902 the Balmoral was built then. And there's Leith. I'm not sure where that is as well. So you've got a horse-drawn tram there. Look, see the horse-drawn tram. See it? A shame for the horses. I think there's two horses. I think some of them had one horse. Imagine the horses, eh? Look how far up from my house. And look how far the ships sailed up as well. And that's the shore, actually. See, there's the shore, look. So that's the shore. You're just down from the Queen Mary plaque. And the bridge, it's a different bridge, of course. That was a drawbridge. So that was still a drawbridge when the trams were up until the 50s. And the drawbridge could open. It had a special connection for the tram, so that because it was a drawbridge, obviously the tram would lose connection. You know what I mean? But then they would close the bridge and the cables would reconnect, and that was the trams working again. Quite ingenious, wasn't it? Because it had to be a drawbridge because the ships could sail right up the water of Leith so far, you know. I'm not sure what this is here. It either looks like a theatre or the Church of Scotland. There's an organ in the back, so it's a church thing. No smoking in the church. No smoking sign. All these people are probably dead. In fact, they will be because they're all old. Look at them. It looks like the 40s or something, doesn't it, maybe? A lot of fur coats, men with suits and ties. It's always some church thing. It's funny to think all these people will be dead. Every single one will be dead. Quite macabre, actually, eh? When you think about it. You're talking, it's at least 50, that's at least 70 years ago, and they're all in their 60s and 70s by the looks of them. Some in their 50s maybe, but they're all dead. Just shows you. An old photograph here. And these are just random fat photographs. Here's somebody at John O'Groats, Land's End. John O'Groats to Land's End. You think it's 1940s, Don? Yeah, possibly. More than likely. So John O'Groats and Land's End are 800. So that's how long Britain is, everyone. You might get asked this in a quiz. Look, I'm saving you as a quiz here. Look, from Land's End to John O'Groats, 874 miles. You might get that in a quiz one night. Look at that. That's got to be the 60s, is it? 70s, maybe? Any guesses, ladies? Any guesses? Get the shoes. The kids are all wearing the same shoes. Boys and girls are wearing the same shoes. When you think that age is? Wonder, eh? The kids might still be alive, eh? These kids here. No, a beach hut. I don't know if that's in Scotland. 60s, 70s. Yeah. 60s, 70s. Ooh. And that is. Oh, look at that. That's an old one. Look at the boys. That must be like 1920s or 30s, that one. 60s, you think? Let's look at that. So the boys have, the children have got shoes on. So that could be the 1940s or 50s. That one, what do you think? You know, the one with the children in it? I think that's 40s, 50s, maybe. It's quite faded. And then there's some leaf docks. 40s or 50s for the boys, you think so? 40s, 50s, yeah, because I've seen pictures of my dad when he was young. Maybe even 30s, you know, 30s, 40s maybe. I don't think it's earlier than the 1940s or 30s, because the fact the kids have got shoes on, you know. A lot of them, like in the early 1900s, the kids didn't even have shoes, some of them. Which was, again, there's the shore there. Look at the difference. That's like just next to the King's Walk. See that one there, the black and white one? So that's just along from the King's Walk, you know, the bar. Victor Hugo's, probably about there. That photograph there. Get that photograph. That's a more recent one. That's hard to tell. 60s. It's quite hard to tell with some of it. But look at that bar of soap.
Thank you very much for coming in. Bye.
Look at the bar of soap. That's a bit. Oh, come on, Gimbal. Sorry, everyone. Gimbal's going to squiff today. Big bars of soap. This has got to be the 1950s, 60s, this one. What are you doing, Gimbal? Come on. Transmission is weak. That's 60s there. Gas cooker. Transmission is weak. Is the signal okay, everyone, still? Oh, you know what I've always forgot to show you is where McVitie's were. You know, McVitie's digestives. They were made. They were originally made in Edinburgh next to the Social Bite in Rose Street. Always forget to show you. Yeah, oh, the signal's back again. Did I lose anyone there? It says I had a weak signal. Do they have an audio tour here? No, but they've got like an interactive. See, they've got a little computer thing here, and you can go on that, and like I think it brings up maps. It's got like headphones plugged into it, so I'm assuming you can go on and listen to it and highlight the different parts of Leith in the past. You know, look at it. I see they've got clothes and that as well. Look at that. Christ, again, the Harry Potter fans would have been snapping that up. Better hide that from the Harry Potter dudes. Think I should buy it from a Harry? I'll do a Harry Potter tour dressed up as a wizard. So I went and done the tour guide training yesterday with Invisible Cities after I'd done the tour in Glasgow. And there was only 2 people there, both not Glaswegian, both not Scottish. The lady was born in Argentina, who grew up in Italy, and who's been living in Scotland for 10 years. Another person is some kind of like Australian, American, English guy, who talks like American Australian. So the good thing is they'll be easier to understand than a person from Glasgow. Than some people. We have a tour guide in Glasgow called Angie, and she doesn't realise that she can't talk in slang, you know. Like she calls children Waynes, and you keep on telling her if you say that somebody Wayne, right, the person thinks it's a person called Wayne she's talking about, and it's not, she's talking about children. And we tried to help her so many times, in lots of different ways, and she's very difficult to understand. And she's about 55, 56. She's never going to change. She's a lovely lady, but she's really difficult. In fact, she was telling me, she was at the tour guide training as well, and she was telling me that she was doing a tour, I think it was on a coach with Chinese tourists, and the driver had to translate for her, because the Chinese just had completely no idea what she was saying at all. And so the bus driver had to translate. Isn't that nuts? Did they have steamies? Yes, they had a steamie in Leith. I vaguely remember it. Yeah, they had a steamie in Leith, where next to the Leith swimming baths, Leith's got a public swimming pool and gym. It's next to there's a new health treatment centre there, and that's where it used to be. The steamie used to have like the public baths as well. You know, the baths, you can go and get a bath, because most people didn't have showers or baths or hot water. And yeah, so you went and got a bath. I remember having a tin bath when I was a kid, a small kid. I remember having a tin bath. So I hope you've enjoyed this little tour today, everyone. I just thought I'd come inside. It was actually Barbie's idea. I was thinking last night, because I knew the weather forecast was really bad for really strong gale force winds. It was really strong winds early when I was coming over. It was really strong winds, but it seemed to have died down a little bit. But yeah, so it was actually, I was thinking last night, where can I do a tour? And Barbie says, why don't you go and do the wee museum thing again? So I thought, that's a good idea. So I thought I'd come down to the Ocean Terminal. I'm just going to go to the Britannia now, and I'm going to hand in my flyers to Britannia. Oh, look at that, a wool bathing suit. A wool bathing suit, isn't that mad? This is an excellent shop, isn't it? So hopefully you've enjoyed a little impromptu tour of the wee reminiscent museum, and a bit of the shop earlier on as well, the Leith Collective. Excellent stuff. Yeah, it's good to come in and just see everything in. Brings back memories of your childhood and your family members that might no longer be here, and so on. I only ever had one grandparent, my English nana. Ivy was her name, and Ivy's coming back as a name now, seemingly. Ivy was a very old-fashioned name. Ivy Bird, her name was. You know how you get your porn star name, by the way? You know everyone's got a porn star name. Now what you do is you take your very first pet, okay, and your mother's maiden name, and that's your porn star name. So guess what my porn star name is? Cheeky Bird. Because my first pet was called Cheeky, which was a cat, and my mother's maiden name is Bird, so my porn star name is Cheeky Bird. Anyone else want to divulge their porn star name? Yes, if you could like the video, please, and share it if you can as well. Maybe share it on Facebook, on groups that you're in and so on. And any screenshots you have, if you can share them. If you could subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already. Most of you probably already are. I've got 780 subscribers now. Another 220 to go. Pepper Noble. And yeah, I was on YouTube last night and it said I can go live. A pop-up came up saying you can now go live on YouTube. So I thought, oh. So yeah, I must be getting close to be able to live stream directly from, well, can monetize it, you know. If you get 1,000 subscribers, you can monetize it. Pepper Noble. I think Cheeky Bird, he'd be doing well to beat that. You know? Yeah, so you can look at, grab the mouse and travel back in time. Let's see if I can get the gimbal to stay. Ah, it's not working. Alright. She clicks on it and it tells you things. Professor Van Dyke.
Quite a lot of cleaning.
Aye, so as I say, if you can like the video, subscribe, share it. If you want to do a sponsorship, it's £5 or £10 a month from buying me a coffee. Or if you can make a donation, a one-off if you like, it's up to yourself. Thank you very much for anyone who has left a tip or a donation in the past. It's always appreciated. Doesn't matter how much it is, you know. Any small amount, it helps. So thank you very much, everyone. Ronnie, never seen you, Ronnie. Kim Kennedy. Mitzi Sutherland. Mitzi Sutherland. Pom Koval. Ronnie. It's so funny. So thank you very much, everyone, for coming on my tour. I can't do the peace sign, man. Thank you very much for coming on my tour, everyone. I'll put some tours up for next week as well. Maybe if you could leave a chat on the Facebook that what kind of tours you would like me to do, and we can take it from there. Well, have a great weekend, everyone. Hopefully the weather is nice where you are. Hopefully you've got exciting plans. Batten down the hatches if you're having a snowstorm today anywhere. And have a great day, what's left of it, everyone. I'm away to Britannia now to see if they'll take my flyers for me. Have a great day, everyone.